pray once again, people. It's our second video on our last phase of 21 powerful tips on concentration by Coaching Academy, which is ADEC, that is Agile Development Guide with Coach Saki. This is our last phase, our second video. I would like to thank you for this opportunity to actually, take this opportunity to watch these videos and actually make sure that, you apply them in your mind and make sure that, you make use of these videos. Because our objective, myself and ADEC, which is Coach Saki and ADEC, is that we actually get delighted to see, when you start using them, when you start to applying them in your life, in making sure that, you make use of them so that you can be able, to benefit and actually attain good things in your life so that your life can start changing. Your life can start moving in a direction that you need, that you want. This is our second video on last phase, and also we actually mentioned that the topic that we actually continuing with on this week is how concentrated thoughts, links all humanity together. That is obviously for success, because you want to be successful, because you've got to remember that, these concentrated thoughts will accomplish seemingly anything, that you want. Because it's impossible, it will give you impossible results and make you realize your fondest ambitions, At the same time that you break down your barriers of limitation, new ambitions will be awakened, You begin to experience conscious thought, constructions. And if you will just realize that through deep concentration, you become linked with thoughts of omnipotence, you will kill out entirely your belief in your limitations, and at the same time, you will drive away all fear and other negative and destructive thought forces which constantly work against you. Which is in this place of this, you will build up a strong, assurance that, your every venture will be successful. Because when you learn, that's how to concentrate your physical environment, and you become the master of circumstances and the ruler of your kingdom. It is just as easy, to surround yourself, to surround your life, with what you want, as it is with what you don't want. It is a matter of a question to be decided by your will, There are no walls to prevent you, There are no walls to prevent you to where you want to go, to what you want. There are no walls to prevent you from getting what you want, providing you want what is right. If you choose something that is not right, you are in opposition of the omnipotent plans of the universe and deserve to fail. But if you will base your desires on justice and goodwill, you will avail yourself of the helpful powers of universal currents. And instead of having a handicap to work against, you've got to remember that this is possible. It can be done by you, as everything can be done by you. You are in control. You are in control of your life, and you want this thing to happen in your life. You want to make your life a masterpiece. You don't want to live in a negativity. You don't want to live in an environment that you don't want. You don't want to live in a situation that you don't want to happen in your life. You've got to focus. You've got to dedicate your time. You've got to ask yourself, what is it that you want on a day-to-day basis? You concentrate, you drive yourself in terms of making sure that you let it happen. Because it can depend, upon ultimate success through the outward appearances, and may not actually at first be what? Be bright. I want to tell you now, my people, my friends, my associates, my buddies, I want to tell you that never stop to think of temporal appearances, but maintain an unfaltering belief, in your ultimate success. Make your plans carefully and see that they are not contrary to the actually ties of your universal justice. The main thing for you, is to remember, is to keep at bay the destructive and opposing forces of fear and anger and their satellites, because those are things that will actually, distract you. They will actually disturb. They will let you, not to materialize. That is why, it takes time for people to get what they want, because, that is why people start to get, disturbed, and, see plans not being where they want to be, plans not being successful. So it's because they actually make use of these two items, make use of these emotions, anger and fear. You must get rid of that. You must eliminate of that. You must make sure that you focus on that, what you want. You concentrate entirely on what you desire. You make sure that every effort of your life, you commit yourself to that. You've got to remember that, plans that are actually not built on truth produce discordant vibrations, and are therefore self-destructive, Never try to build until you can build right, It is a waste of time to do anything else. You may temporarily, I repeat, you may temporarily put aside your desire to do right. But its true vibrations will interfere with your injustice, unjust plans, until you are actually forced back into righteous parts of your power. All just causes succeed, I can tell you now, in time, Though temporarily they may fail, but, so if you should actually face thoughts, if you face the time, and actually make sure that everything seems against you, quiet your fears, when they happen. Quiet them, quiet your fears, drive away all destructive thoughts, and uphold the dignity of your moral and spiritual life. And you'll start to see changes, your life will start showing up, Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. The reason this is so, it's simply because that the will can make a way if given a chance to secure the assistance of aiding forces. The more it is developed, the higher the way to which it will lead. Thank you, people. Thank you for this time. Thank you for your time, to actually subscribe on our videos. This is our second video, and we thank you, your dedicated time, and actually to subscribe to our videos. Go to our YouTube page, and also go to our social networks, and go to our Twitter handle. Thank you. Bye-bye.